reverse aging in Professor Ra- Ravichandran, the Chief Scientific Officer of ALPS Global, public listed, is the first and only biotech unicorn in Malaysia. Professor Ravi has been awarded 50 nationals and international rewards for his research excellence. Not only that, he has 80 publications and has supervised more than 50 PhD students, besides having 14 patents. The list can go on of Professor Ravi can go on with so many achievements, but then let us cut it short. And today, let us, because I'm very excited too, I'm very interested in his reverse aging. After all, although everyone will get to that stage eventually, and I look forward to Professor Ravi presentation today. Professor Ravi, are you here with us? Professor Ravi?
Yeah, there is a mic. Can you
Ah,
all hear
yes.
me? Am I audible?
Oh, yes. Professor
Oh,
Ravi,
okay,
nice
okay.
to meet you. It's a great honor. Hence, we shall
Okay,
allow
good
applause
day to
to
all of
Professor Ravi,
you.
everyone. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
the floor is yours,
Good day
Professor
to
Ravi.
all. Good day to all of you, and thank you, Toastmaster Mr. Bernala, and everyone. And I think it's the first time I'm talking here. I'm going to talk about our immune system, our body's defense system. I think we are in incredible time in the history of medicine. A lot of new things on regenerative medicine and therapy all are coming up, and on top of it, we have AI to assist that. So I'm just going to tell about one subpopulation of system in our body, and what do we? Okay, so we are from yes, okay, from Alps, and it's a one-stop center for it's a listed company. It's a Nasdaq listed company, and it's Malaysia's first biotech unicorn. We have a medical center, wellness center, genome, Celestial Lab. So I'm going to talk about the product coming from the Celestial Lab, where we have stem cells and natural killer cells and other therapy modalities. So we all know we are talking about someone talking about real estate. The most expensive real estate is the body. In our body, we have cells, and we have 36 trillion cells in our body, and of which we have nearly half of them are blood cells and other cells in our body, and we lose around 1 million cells every second. While I'm talking to you, the cells are dying and then being replaced. It's like a car running with the spare parts being replaced. And in 80 to 100 days, you are new almost all the cells in your body are replenished. So the reason why cancer? So we have so many trillion cells, and each cells has the software, the codes, 3 million bases we have. It has to be there in trillion cells. When they copy, sometimes they do mistakes. And due to food habit, smoking, vaping, and all those things our dietary habits can cause some error. It prevents the correction of the error by our cells. Then that leads to cancer. So we all know cancer is one of the non-communicable diseases, and we used to think there is no treatment beyond that. But good news in the current era, yes, we do have treatment for some of the cancer. We can even cure some of the cancer. For cancer, normally the 5 pillars: surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy. I'm going to just focus on immunotherapy. Immunotherapy, in our body, we have red blood cells. If you take our blood, we have red blood cells and white blood cells. The white blood cells are our defense system. They are called lymphocytes. There are many, many different types out there. So that will help to defend our body. So basically, immunotherapy is basically stimulating our own immune system to attack and destroy cells like cancer cells, viruses, bacteria, and so on. So that is the role of it. There are two methods we use. One is just to boost the immune system by giving certain cytokines and certain antibodies, things like that. That's stimulation. Or we engineer the cells. We take the immune cells and put a target to the cells to go and attack certain cells. So that's engineering, genetic engineering. I am basically a genetic engineer. I developed cholera vaccine. I know how to engineer things. So, there are many types of immunotherapies are there. One is the immune checkpoint inhibitors, monoclonal antibodies. We can even use viruses to kill the cancer cells. We have cancer vaccines, immune system modulator, and adaptive cell therapies. Just going to focus on adaptive cell therapy, which we do at ALPS. And so checkpoint inhibitors are like normally the cancer cells are very, very smart. These are our own cell working against us, right? So they have a kind of immune system breaks. So we have certain molecules that can remove the break and attack the system. They are called checkpoint inhibitors. So if anybody have cancer, you can ask the doctor that with any checkpoint inhibitors available. So it will enhance to clear the cancer cells. And monoclonal antibodies, these are antibodies, they are targeted. So we can use the antibody alone, go and attack the cancer cells, or we can add a payload to the antibody. We can attach some drugs to it or some radiating chemicals to go and kill the cancer cells. And we also can link the antibody, can link the immune cells with the cancer cells and do it. We can even program the virus to bind to the receptor. Viruses are like a Lego toys. They have only very few protein. We can genetically engineer them, and we can program it to bind only onto the cancer receptors and go and specifically kill the cancer cells. That is possible. And we have cancer vaccines. We can use dendritic cell vaccines. We can use our own cells, immune cells, bring them to the culture. We prime them with an antigen, cancer antigen, and then, okay, this is the antigen, go and attack. It's like a sniffing dog, you train them. So you take the cells and train the cells to go and attack the cancer cell and put back in the body. It'll go and attack the cancer cell. This is called dendritic cell vaccine. You have viral-based vaccine, as I mentioned before. We also have peptide vaccine and other vaccines are available. And immune system modulators are basically kind of a chemical. Why we get cancer? Because the immune system is not clearing it. So we just boost the immune system by giving interleukin-2 and interferons and certain drugs that can stimulate it. Thalidomide is actually is a drug which was banned a long time ago. Now it is known to have stimulate the immune response to certain diseases. It's a complicated slide. Don't worry about it. It's an adoptive cell therapy. What it is means is we take our lymphocyte, the white blood cells. We take from the body, we take the white blood cells and we specifically amplify them. We grow them in large amount and give back to the patient. It is called adoptive cell therapy. It's also called as autologous. We take the same person's cells and we amplify them and give them. In some occasions, we even put a specific transgene inside to specifically target these cells onto the cancer cells. There are many types of immunotherapies, adoptive cell therapies are there. Tumor infiltrating lymphocytes, T cell receptor therapy, CAR T therapy is a chimeric antigen receptor therapy where we add a synthetic gene into it and target the cells. NK cell therapy is a natural killer cell therapy, which I'm going to talk today. And TREG is the cells, is regulatory T cells. These actually very interesting area. This year, Nobel Prize was awarded to this field, actually. It's an amazing area. Some of the disease which happens to a body is not to immune suppressant. It is overaction. Particularly type 1 diabetes, it attacks the pancreas, and you have arthritis, the antibodies, the anti-DNA antibodies attack our own body. So these TREG cells or T cell regulatory cells that don't suppress the immune system, that moderates the activity and can do that. So this is the Nobel Prize, as I mentioned it. It went to Ramsdell, Sakaguchi, and Bronco, and they discovered the mechanism of Treg cell, regulatory cells, and that's going to have a major impact on even cancer. What happens is this cell suppresses the immunity in the cancer sites, so we have to desuppress the cells if you want to treat the cancer. So it has a great application. The future is going to be bright with this discovery by well, the Nobel Prize by these three people on the T regulatory T cells. This is very important. One of the biggest challenge in cancer is cancer cells are our own cells. We are smart, right? Like our cells also, very cancer cells also very smart. So what they do is they'll create something called tumor microenvironment, tumor microenvironment. So on the left, so it will make sure the immune system don't attack. It will produce certain factors, prevent the immune system to attack. Like the Treg cells, I told you, the T regulatory cells also goes and home there, make sure that no immune cells come and attack there. So we have to convert this cold tumor to hot tumor. How do we do it? We can use cytokines, which I tell you certain some of the immunotherapy, antibody-based one you can use. You can also use natural killer cells to go and remove all the blocking stuff and make the tumor visible to the immune system, and the immune system can do the action. So this is a picture of natural killer cells. This is normally in our body. There are many different soldiers there. Lymphocytes are the white blood cells. In the white blood cells, you have T cell, B cell, natural killer cell, regulatory cell, suppressor cell, helper cell. Different types are there. Even dendritic cells also a white blood cell. But these natural killer cells are the first line defense. Anything that come, it will go and attack the foreign entity. Bacteria, it will kill. Fungus, it will kill. Or viruses, any cancer cell, it will kill. So if you want to read more about simple language, I've written an article in the health magazine. You can scan the code, you can see that. So the mechanism is very straightforward. Every cell in our body has an ID tag. Let's say you have a cell in our body, it will have an ID tag called major histocompatibility complex tag. It is very unique for everyone. That's why when you give other people, then it won't work. So natural killer cell will see if anyone has a tag, it will leave them. If normally the cancer cell will lose the tag during the fast replication, it will lose the tag. So this will natural killer cell. If there is no tag, it will kill the cells by different mechanism. And so this is the mechanism here. So if there's a healthy cell, it won't attack. If the cancer cell, so there's also one more better cell called natural killer T cells. It has a little slightly longer immune effect, and they have better coverage, and mostly the natural killer T cells can target cancer cells. And the natural killer T cell has an additional mechanism. In addition to looking at the tag and kill the cancer cells, it also works through other soldiers like T cells. It will go and attack, get the help of the other T cells and go and attack the cancer cells. So you can read about it later. So how this natural killer cell therapy is done? Normally, we take around 60 to 100 ml of blood from the patients, depends on the patient's cancer conditions. Then the cells are grown. From that, we have a patented technology that will specifically grow only the natural killer cell, because a lot of other cells will be there in the blood. You have RBC and other T cell, B cell, and other things are there. So we grow only the natural killer cell, and then we do the quality analysis, make sure the cells are functional, able to kill the cancer cell, and there is no fungus, bacteria, virus. This is very important. It's called COA, Certificate of Analysis. Any cell therapy product you're going to see, make sure that it's free of all those pathogens, endotoxins, and so on. Once it is clear only, it can be used for the patients. Normally, the whole growth cycle will take 2 weeks. Depends on the cancer severity. Patient may be undergoing few cycles, up to 3 to 6 cycles. need to go. But I want to tell you all to remember this kind of cell therapies are not first line treatment for cancer. First line of treatment for cancer is chemotherapy, radiotherapy, surgery, and other things. You do that, this can be done as an adjunct therapy to clear the leftover cancer cells. That's very important. And also stem cells you don't give for those patients, cancer patient normally. We don't avoid that. Okay. So this is our GMP certified lab, and this is our certification. And let me see. This is exactly you want to see the cells. This is the cell looks like, natural killer cell looks like. And this is the patent we filed. It's our process is absolutely safe, animal protein free, antibody free, and magnetic fields free. We have done a safety study and published in a journal on natural killer cells and on 11 patients. And we found that there is no sign of toxicity and adverse side effect in those natural killer cells. In short, natural killer cell therapy is safe and adjunct treatment for cancer. You don't use it as a first line, you can use it as an adjunct treatment for cancer. It's autologous. You don't have a graft versus host disease, no cytokine release syndrome, and no icons, and it can improve quality of life. The reason is it's the patient's own cells, so it won't do any attack. It will actually boost the immune response, and it also kill the stem of the cancer. You know, cancer comes from a root, right? It has the natural killer cell has the ability to go deep into the root and kill the cancer cells. And I didn't mention in my slide, if you read my article on NK cell, in our body, when we get old, there is some cells called zombie cells. It's a real word, technical term. It's a medical term. The zombie cells circulates in our body. They refuse to die. Refuse to die. Refuse to die, and these NK cells can clear the zombie cells, and it also can be used for anti-aging process. So with this, I will, this is our lab. You're welcome to visit our lab. We are based in Kuala Lumpur next to US Embassy in Jalan Tun Razak. And very nice to see you all. And thank you so much for your, hope I made it very simple. At least you understood something. Okay, I'm a teacher, that's my job. So all the best. Thank you.
A big round of applause to Professor Ravi. Seriously, thank you, Professor Ravi.
Thank you.
Someone who has the technology of Nobel Prize to with us today and talk about life-saving technology. In fact, we still have 5 minutes Q&A. Is that correct? Timer, Sean? Timer?
Yes, you can go ahead with the Q&A.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
ask me
So
anything.
we still have 5 minutes of Q&A session to learn more about Professor Ravi technology. In fact, I'm very interested in the reverse aging technology that you are working on. Professor Ravi, can you tell us more on the reverse aging? Oh, there are so many people want to ask.
Actually,
Rather,
yeah,
are you have questions to ask?
yes, I'm audible. Yeah, Bernal,
Stella, you have questions
actually,
to ask?
there are many things we can use for reverse. Yeah, there are many things you can use for reverse aging. An NK cell is very good gift for elderly people who are prone to viral diseases, pneumonia, and so on, and also anti-aging. NK cells are the best possibility. For rejuvenation and anti-aging, there is another product in our company called stem cells. I'll tell you briefly about stem cells. Just 2 minutes, I'll tell you. Stem cells are baby cells, very young cells taken from umbilical cord, and they don't have the tag, the MHC tag they don't have. So it will not be rejected by anybody's body. So they are very safe. And when you give stem cells, sometimes you go to the doctor, you look at the hand, you say, doctor, it's paining. The doctor will do the MRI scan, X-ray, they say everything is fine. But there will be some micro injuries in your hand, very, very microscopic injuries here and there in the tendon or muscles go on. But when you give stem cells are given IV, okay? When it is given IV, it goes throughout your body, and then it will see where the cells are crying, and and they are injured. So it will produce the necessary factors for the cells to rejuvenate. Is like, have you seen the lizard? You cut the tail, it grow back, right? And even young children, when they get injured, they heal faster. Actually, we do have our own stem cells in our body, but when we get older and older, our stem cell deposits goes down, and the stem cells are very good rejuvenating, and it can rejuvenate throughout your body. First, when it is given IV, it be filtered by the lungs and liver. It rejuvenates the liver. We have published a paper. Maybe I can share. We can share with Arif, and that we found that it is not toxic. It is not does not cause adverse reaction in our body, and it gives a very good rejuvenation. It also works for stem cell has been explored for autism, stroke, cure diabetes. It can improve to some extent. So basically, it rejuvenates your body. Called exosome. It's a nebulizer. That I strongly recommend this. I am an asthmatic patient. I use the exosome. It goes and rejuvenates your lungs. I never had an attack for 3-4 months after I stopped using the inhaler after using exosome nebulization. I think you'll ask Arif about it. It's a very inexpensive product. It's not a cell. It's just an exosome. It's just a kind of a vesicle. So it's very safe to take as a nebulization. You're not going to inject in your body. It's going to just like when you go in the road, you do a lot of vaping. You inhale it. That's safer than this. So these are the two ways you can use the rejuvenation part. You can use exosome and stem cells. These are the two areas you can use.
Professor,
Yeah,
when can we attend your
eh,
class?
You come anytime
When
you
can
come.
we attend your
You
Oh,
just, I
thank
just
you.
need around 5 or 10 people. You come here, and actually we are celebrating. We are listed in Nasdaq today, last night. So you can come here anytime. Education is free. I only talk about science. I told Arif I only talk science. I don't talk about the money part.
I
I'm
would
not
love
going
to attend too. So
don't
fascinating.
ask
Yeah.
me about the expenses or anything, but I can tell you the safety of the product, the biology of the product. There are a lot of people stem cell, they even sell Apple stem cell, Goa stem cell, things that don't go into all those exploded product. Make sure the cells are grown in a CGMP facility, good manufacturing facility, and make sure it has a COA. It's free of fungus, free of bacteria. You ask for the report. I want to see the COA. A lot of people will come and sell, and you are going to use a living product. People keep in the refrigerator, give you after a month, means it's all dead thing. It won't work in your body. Make sure the cells are viable, 98%, at least 98 to 98% viable before you take the stem cells, and it is safe, grown in a proper facility, properly certified. All those things are very, very important. In Malaysia, there are only 8 cell therapy companies there, but we see more than 30, 40 cell therapy sellers are in this country. I don't know where their product come from, but ALPS always has our ultimate aim is ethical life science, right? So we have a certified facility. You can welcome to come and see our place. No commitment or anything. Just you enjoy. I think your team can come one day, make a trip to KL, and I'll be glad to explain to them personally.
yes, thank you, Professor Arif, for the kind invitation. In fact, I was talking to Randall yesterday when we were having lunch. He did mention that because we are penetrating Russia market, and he did mention that in Russia, all women love the reverse aging part. And definitely, hopefully, in future, we can bring more Russian into Malaysia to have your treatment and save the Russian. I see that Stella, you raise your hand. Stella, you can ask your question to.
Thanks for sharing, Professor Ravi. So any suggestions like for people daily can have a tiny habit to strengthen the immune system is a must every day have to do.
Okay, there are many ways you can boost your immune system and also improve your stem cells in your body. You can do intermittent fasting, also helps to stimulate little bit of stem cells in your body. It won't be 100%, but at least 10% extra stem cell can be intermittent fasting,
Okay.
moderate amount of coffee, and
Okay.
green tea, anything anti-inflammatory, all those stuff will boost your stem cells in your body. And immune system is exercise, aerobic exercise. Some good exercise, if you do, it will definitely boost your immune system. Keep moving, park your car far away. And you can also add one of the biggest killer with the current lifestyle is the stress. We always look at the phone and just do some simple breathing exercise like pranayama. You can do regularly in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
evening, and that actually harmonizes your body and connect you well with your daily activities with the cosmos. So breathing is one of the very good. If you can go beyond and do meditation, it's much, much better. Whichever way you like, you can do that. These two will harmonize your mind. That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
That uses the highest energy here. So you harmonize your thing and then eat live food. Okay. Food habit is
Oh.
also very important. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not promoting vegetarian. And the thing is, you eat anything which is not preserved for a long time. So anything like fresh food, vegetable, and grains, that all has a life inside that will give you more energy. And anything stored in the can and me and all those stuff is only has a nutrition there, but it does not have the life energy. So try to have something live food as much as possible. Drink more water. Be happy. We are not here permanently. This is just take life easy and then keep moving, and that will give you a very good stimulation of stem cells in your body.
Yeah, thank you. Even like
Okay.
sounds very easy. I think it's not difficult. It's not very easy to practice every day. Thanks for your suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much, Stella from Shanghai. Hopefully, maybe in future, Stella, you can introduce some of your friends and family from China to come to Malaysia too. For the next question, yeah, I want to mention one thing. Sean, the timer, yes, we have already noticed the time and we decided collectively with Mr. President Randall that we are going to give an opportunity for everyone to ask a question to Professor Ravi. The next one up is
I'm very happy to see a lot of
Sadula.
people. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Sadula,
go ahead.
you're up.
Okay, I have a little question. I know
Yeah.
that you said that the NK cell needs to be at the end, but how come we cannot start with it instead of doing is I forgot the when our hair fall. Oh my god, I forgot the name. When we have cancer and we need
Chemotherapy.
to chemotherapy. Sorry, yeah,
I
chemotherapy.
understand. I understand. So you have to remember cancer is, we don't know what stage they are in, and the cancer tissue is too big. These cells are microscopic cells. Let's say the cancer is like a 10 centimeter tumor there inside. I don't think these
Okay.
cells can eat up and chew the whole cancer cell. So it has to be worked collaboratively as an adjunct.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. Okay, because there will be less cells to kill at the end. That's why it's better to do it when it's almost over.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but does that mean that if you're able to see the sign of cancer very in advance, you might be able to do that since it's smaller?
You might be able to do that, but the current criteria always, if you go to a doctor, they will ask you to do the first line first. Because
Okay,
therapies are very, very expensive.
I see.
It's not too expensive, but to some extent it's expensive. So
Okay.
the doctor always try to recommend, that is the current recommendation. Actually, if you see these all in the clinical research stage, you have to remember, even if you say any licensed product is in the market, it's at the clinical, we are in the clinical research stage only. So you won't be able to buy off the shelf from any other companies. I think in the whole world, it is not there. So we are actually doing as a part of the clinical research here in our company.
Okay, and there's 8 in Malaysia, but how many there are in Canada?
Yeah. There are, I mean, other countries are there. I can see people even use allogenic natural killer cell. Means they take the NK cells from different person and then give you. So because cancer patient, most of the time the cell population, if you take the cancer patient's blood, it's messy because they taken
Oh,
chemotherapy and so on. So
yeah.
the cells won't be very healthy in those. So they NK cell to some extent allogenic, other person NK cell we can use. It doesn't get rejected by the patients most of the time.
Okay. Oh, it's from somebody else. It makes more
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your
Yeah, thank
presentation.
you. Okay. Thank you, Lola.
A great answer from Professor Ravi. I see there are more and more people coming up with more questions. I better keep
You
this
come here, you
hurry.
come here.
The next one should be Lazo. Lazo, please, you're up. Ask your question.
Thank you.
Laszlo, yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Professor Ravi, I just want to express that it was a very engaging and interesting presentation, and I'm pretty sure I would like to research more about the topic. What I would like to ask you is on a 5 or 10 year time horizon, um, is there any life sciences technology that seems interesting to you or that you want to research more?
Okay, I'll tell you something. That just now I mentioned about the T regulatory cells. That has a great potential for diabetes and arthritis. These are the two major problems you see in many people.
Oh yeah.
The second thing is it's called CAR NK, chimeric antigen receptor natural killer cell. You just write CAR-NK. That's also coming up very, very well. And already there is a CAR T is available for lymphoma, CAR capital T, T lymphocytes. But only problem is those treatments are very, very expensive. It's almost like $400,000 for a treatment. So you need to take the lymphocytes from the patients, grow them in the lab, put the gene inside, transgene inside with using a virus, purify it and give back to the patients. So it's a very, very long process. It's a multidisciplinary process. You need from a bioinformatics scientist and the nurses, everyone need to be there. It's a big team must be there to treat those patients. And CAR-T therapy has revolutionized. It has even cured stage 4 DLBCL lymphomas and acute lymphoid leukemia and so on. It's available. But only thing is, youngsters, is please look after your body. Don't. It's very expensive. Treatments are becoming very, very expensive now. And for example, the immunotherapy checkpoint inhibitor, each month dose will cost you from 10 to 20,000 per month. Basically, you live as long as you have money. So make sure you have good insurance with you. Look after yourself. That is the most expensive. We are thinking about buying expensive house here and there, but your landscape is the most expensive one. Look after yourself. Look after your mind. Don't work very hard, and one day you lie on the bed and live for very long. People nowadays you live with health span and lifespan. You want to have a health span is more important. Focus on that. So sorry, I'm going beyond the question. So this is the answer to it, Laszlo.
No, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you so
Sorry.
much.
Thank you very much, Professor Ravi, on the healthcare talk. And I believe that in future, we can make it affordable for all Malaysians. After all, I seen one article from Dr. Tam where he mentioned that in the age of the star, he mentioned that he want to make this affordable to all Malaysians. Not sure whether it's true, Professor Ravi. Is it true?
Yeah, it's possible. That's what we are coming up with the insurance scheme. If you see my second slide, you will see a captive insurance. We already have designed everything. So once you just pay a small premium, you're covered for cell therapy, covered for genome sequencing, covered for immunotherapy, and so on. So we are, I think, possibly the first provider in the whole region who are going to start that. So you will soon see that soon. Okay, I have to
What?
go. I have examination going on
Oh
downstairs.
yeah. Last two questions. Yes. Sizin, can you? Yeah, you are.
Hi.
Okay, yeah. Prof, congratulations on the Nasdaq listing yesterday. I saw the news. It's very nice.
Yeah,
just
I'm celebrating here.
yeah. Just want to understand more about the Bio Valley initiative in Johor, Sadana, with the collaboration with Jacob. Like how is that
Because
going?
I don't do anything on the money aspects. It's a different division
Yeah.
looking at it. Actually, I was part of the team. We had put all the ideas into it, and it
Yeah.
was going on. But I don't have any update about it. I'm very sorry about it. I focus on science side.
Okay, yeah. I think we can
Sorry.
pass on to the next guy. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Enough, do you still have
Uh,
any question?
we have one timer.
Oh.
That's a timer. Okay.
But just a quick
Yeah.
question,
Okay.
Prof. Ravi.
Yeah. Taiwan also a scientist, yes.
Oh, okay,
Great to see you here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also a stem cell scientist. But so, for what indication has the MPRA approved for your cord blood stem cells?
We are in the process of filing for diabetes. We are in the end stage of submitting the documents. Yeah.
Oh, it's in the process of filing.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
Is that for
All the clinical talks all done.
is that hematopoietic stem cells or mesenchymal stem cells from cord
It's a
blood?
mesenchymal stem cells.
Thank you for your
Hematopoietic stem cells is very the process of taking out and growing the culture is it's a very old technology, and people nowadays don't go into the hematopoietic part.
Congratulations again for your
Okay,
Nasdaq
thank you.
listing.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you for asking the question. Yeah, very nice. I think a very lively audience. Congratulations to all of you. Hope you learned something and bring some good habits with you. We want all good human being in this planet. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ravi. Let's give a big round of applause to Governor Ravi. Let everyone show your hand. Yes.
Okay.
Professor
I'm
Ravi,
signing
you
off.
are
Go
money
ahead.
aside, you are giving us a lot of hope. Doesn't matter wealthy one or the normal one with
Yes.
insurance. And we can see that a lot. For example, today my grandmother, she is 91. I can see that although she have 9 children and they are all over the world, doesn't matter in London or Singapore, but then we all try to help our grandmother. Hopefully one day your reverse aging can literally help my grandmother who is 91. After all,
Definitely.
it's a process that everyone need to go through. Even though today I look like this, but one day I will still become 91 and I still need Professor Ravi. Hopefully by the end I will look for you.
You
Professor
look
Ravi?
after your health. You don't need us actually. You look after your body very well. Eat well.
Great advice.